Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Jerry and I'm hailing you from the Antari Shipyard, and today I'm bringing you another new re-review video. Today we're going over Wave 21, the Robinson, a Federation Jem'Hadar attack ship. So without further ado, let's jump right on in. We have the Robinson, a Jem'Hadar attack ship, 3233, has 4 crew slots coming in at 22 points. When defending, if you are hit and you don't already have a Warp Core Breach critical damage card assigned to your ship, you may choose to ignore up to 3 damage being inflicted to your ship and suffer a Warp Core Breach critical damage instead. So, an interesting ability with a trade-off there. There's definitely ways to combat that Warp Core Breach. And I know some people believe Warp Core Breaches are pretty devastating. And really, they're pretty devastating to the people that don't have a very good luck roll in the dice. Like myself, it happens all the time. But in reality, there's a 1 in 8 chance that you'll get it. So odds and probability states that it'd probably take you about 10 to 12 rolls before you actually pop that off. The only downside to having a Warp Core Breach is that your ship can't really do much maneuvering. So we've got a standard Jem'Hadar attack dial here. Scrolling down, we got Ben Sisko as the captain in this one. Each time your ship suffers 1 or more damage to its hull, you may roll 1 attack die. A hit or crit result damage the attacking ship as normal. If the ship result is a battle station result, place a battle station token beside your ship. If you choose to roll this die, place an auxiliary power token beside your ship. So again, getting a lot of trade-off here. Yeah, getting a trade-off here. You might hurt yourself, or you might get a battle stations token. Definitely some of the risks that Ben Sisko likes to take. And then we just got the generic skill 1 Federation Captain for 0 points here. So the elite talent that came in this pack is Infiltration. Action. Discard this card to perform this action. If your ship is within range 1 to 2 of at least one enemy ship, but is not within range 1 to 2 of any friendly ships, your ship cannot be attacked this round. So definitely thematic to the ship itself, as it was the only ship to go in behind enemy lines to kind of blow up the Ketracel White facility. The first crew that came in this pack is Miles O'Brien. Action. If your ship is not cloaked, disable all of your remaining shields and target a ship at range 1 to 2 that is not cloaked and has no active shields. Discard this card to inflict 1 damage to the target ship's hull. Okay, so this card, I like the ability here, but it being an action really hurts it. And costing 5 points really hurts this card. Mainly because this is a card that you want to use when you know you're going to do something that the other player is going to really regret. Like, I don't know, maybe the player that you're playing against only has X amount of hull left, like 1 hull. So Miles O'Brien can take that ship out. This card is definitely due for a little bit of a recosting. It's not a 5-point card in today's game for sure. Leans more towards, if you're going to keep the action on it, it's probably a 2 to 3-point card in my book. Next, we've got Jadzia Dax. You may disable this card after performing a red maneuver to place an Ox Power token beside your ship. Or, I'm sorry, an Evade token beside your ship. Not an Ox Power. You do that anyway. Again, just not a 4-point card in today's game. She is definitely a 2-point card. It's a nice trade-off to be able to do a red maneuver and then still get an Evade token. And then you got Julian Bashir. At any time, you may discard this card to re-roll any 1 die. So his wording in today's game would also need to be cleaned up. Same with Jadzia Dax. If they were to go back and clean up the wording on Jadzia Dax, it would be execute maneuver or check power strain step. And then you may disable this card and place an evade token. For Julian Bashir, it would be at any time really doesn't tell you when it's supposed to happen. Um, so it would be at the start, at the top. Man, that's a hard one. This card just needs to be cleaned up. I know it's very simple and straightforward, but in today's game where timing matters, it definitely is one of those cards that needs to be worked on a little bit. And again, it's not a 4-point card. This, however, would be, I believe, maybe a 3-point card, just because it doesn't specify what role that this can be used for, like attack, defense. It says just to reroll one die. Maybe it's that Warp Core Breach. Maybe you target that dice and reroll that if you accidentally rolled a Warp Core Breach. So I don't think it's a 2-point card, even though it's fairly straightforward. I do believe it is a 3-point card because it has a little bit of power behind it. Alright, so next crew that came in this pack is Nog. During the combat phase, you may disable this card to spend a scan token that is beside your ship as though it were an evade or a battle stations token. Again, not a 4-point card. Definitely can get recosted. And the wording here would be have combat phase in the bold. You may disable this card to spend a scan token. He definitely fits into today's meta, where scan tokens are kind of king. So you get plenty of them. I do like his card. I believe it's a 3-point card in my book, and it needs the wording obviously needs to be reworked. Then the next crew you get is Elan Garrick. At the beginning of the combat phase, you may disable this card to add +2 to your captain skill until the end phase. Or, during the combat phase, you may discard this card to select up to 3 of your attack or defense dice and re-roll them. Okay, so another card that would actually probably stay at 3 points. This is probably costed right, but it definitely needs its wording redone to match today's game. So there are cards in the game that give you +2 to your captain skill that you don't have to disable. So maybe they rethink about doing that and making that just a straight +2 captain skill instead of disabling him. And then combat phase, modify attack dice step or defense dice step. You may discard this card to select 3. Or, yeah. So that is all the crew. Those are all the cards that came in this pack. So let's take a look at the mission. I'm going to hide myself. And we're going to switch screens here. Oops. There we are. Alright. So the mission that came in this pack is called A Time to Stand. The number of players this mission is geared towards is 2. You will need a planet token and 3 mission tokens to play this. Mission overview. The Dominion is relentlessly sending ships into the Alpha Quadrant and are defeating the Federation Alliance forces in battle after battle. Using a captured Jem'Hadar attack ship, Captain Benjamin Sisko leads a stealth mission deep into the heart of Dominion territory to destroy the Dominion's main storage facility for Ketracel White. Without the Ketracel White, the Dominion forces will not be able to function. Setup. The Dominion player gets 80 points, including at least 2 Dominion ships. No ship may have a hull value greater than 3. So you're looking at going against attack ships here. Federation player, 50 SP, including 1 and only 1 Jem'Hadar attack ship with Benjamin Sisko assigned as the captain. Map setup. Place the planet token directly in the center of the play area. Place 3 mission token on top of the Federation player ship card. Players then set up as in a standard 2-player game. Special rules. The Ketracel White Storage Facility. The planet token represents the Dominion's Ketracel White Storage Facility. If the Federation ship is within range 1 of the planet token, it may attempt to deliver a bomb to the facility by taking the following action. Action. Remove 1 of the mission tokens from on top of your ship card and place it on the planet token. Then roll 1 attack die for each mission token on the planet. If you roll at least 1 crit result, the facility's security net is activated. Once the 3rd mission token is placed on the planet during the combat phase of the following round, the bomb will explode. Any ship within range 1 or 2 of the planet will suffer 3 damage. Security net. The facility has a security net surrounding it at the beginning of the game, or that begins the game off. It is deactivated, and no ship within range 1 to 2 of the facility will be able to move away from the facility, and no ship that is further than range 2 from the facility cannot move within range 1 to 2 of the facility. Any ship that executes a maneuver that causes its base or maneuver template to cross that barrier either way immediately rolls 6 attack dice and suffers any damage from any hits or crit results. Note, the Dominion ships cannot attack the Federation player until the security net has been activated. Okay, so the net starts the game off, is how I'm reading that now. Alright. So, the objectives. Federation player. You win if you destroy the facility, place the third mission token on the planet. Complete victory is destroy the facility and exit the play area through your starting area. Or marginal victory is destroy the facility and just exit the play area. Dominion player. You win if you destroy the Federation ship before it can exit the play area. Complete victory. Destroy the Federation ship before it destroys the facility. And a marginal victory is destroy the Federation ship after it has destroyed the facility. And then, of course, here are the mission cards. This is all located on the mission viewer in Utopia. You can definitely find it under Wave 21, Robinson. But that is the end of this re-review. This mission seems like it could be a fun one, actually. So we'll put it on the docket for These Are the Voyages to try out. Again, if you like these videos, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you like the video. Consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. And we'll have more re-reviews coming here in the future. And then, of course, consider joining us over at the Fremont Reformation Discord server. We're going to be having a couple of events that are geared towards more campaign-style play. So we're looking forward to getting that up off the ground. But we always talk about Attack Wing over there 24/7. So consider giving us a join and joining in the conversation. Until next time, everyone, we'll see you around the shipyard.